Game 1 of the NBA Finals is in the book, and unfortunately it ended with the loss, but we've been here before. As we saw in the first and second round of the playoffs, we typically lose our Game 1s, we make the right adjustments, we watch film, we come back, and we always get the dub. We have yet to lose 2 straight games in the playoffs so far, so there's not too much to be worried about. I'm certainly not worried. It's a best of 7, not a best of 1. There are some good things to talk about. Luka Doncic had 30 points, 10 rebounds, but only 1 assist, as it seems like everybody not named Luka was just struggling to find their shots. We were down by as many as 20 plus. In the third quarter, we were whittling that deficit away. We were down by 8. But as soon as we chopped it down, the Celtics came back and got it back up. They were running up the scoreboard, and unfortunately, we did end up losing by about 18 points. But in this video, we're going to break down the good, the bad, the ugly, what happened in Game 1, and what we can expect from Game 2. How's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we start with today's video, if you guys just drop a like on this video, that would just do wonders for the channel. If we can get to 300 likes, and I appreciate it big time. But like I said, Game 1 of the NBA Finals is in the book, and yes, we did lose. It's kind of our brand now. Game 1s really doesn't matter to us. Unless it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, which we did win games 1, 2, and 3. But things don't really go the way that you plan to. Things happen. It's the finals. It's also a lot of these guys' first finals, Luka's first finals, even though he played well. And even though the opposite of that, I guess, can be true, because this is Kyrie's, third or fourth appearance, and he didn't really have a good game at all. Some guys look good. PJ played good defense, and he was being very aggressive at times. Derrick Lively and Daniel Gafford were really struggling, as Kristaps Porzingis was able to do whatever he wanted. Luka Doncic, being one of the only players on the team that really showed up, he was able to knock down shots. He played good defense. He was grabbing rebounds. He was putting up threes. It just wasn't enough. In the first half, things looked bad. We went down by as much as 7. We were down by 17 points after the first quarter. I was like, okay, cool. We've been here before. It's not as bad as the Clippers series where we only scored 8 points in a quarter. It's not that bad. We've been down by worse. In the second quarter, we were trying to break that lead up a little bit, trying to whittle it away by half. We really didn't. We dug the hole deeper. We're down by like 22 or 24 points. Going to halftime, but we come out in the third quarter, we're making the right plays. In the first quarter, there were a lot of just bad turnovers, missed wide open shots, just boneheaded plays where you could see that the nerves are getting to the guys. But the third quarter, we made the right adjustments. Instead of playing a zone defense where they kept switching to get KP on the mismatch where he just could not miss. And for Kristaps Porzingis, why couldn't you do that in Dallas? Who do you think you are? But for whatever reason, Kristaps Porzingis just could not miss, but they were getting the switches. Third quarter, we switch it up. Derrick Lively is just always on the perimeter guarding whoever had the ball, trailing them to the basket where they inevitably dish it out to somebody open. We swarm, we collapse. The defense looked good in third quarter. I think we outscored them like 22-9 at one point. They called a timeout as the lead got broken down to only 8 points. They come out of the timeout. They hit like 3 straight threes on us. For the majority of this game, it was like, yeah, we'll dare you to shoot threes. They attempted like 42 and made 16, where we couldn't buy a bucket even if we were in a Dollar General with a $1,000 check in our pocket. It was that tough for us. But it's just Game 1. I'm really not too worried. It's a best of 7, not a best of 1. We've been here before, guys. We're not new to this. We're true to this. But let's go take a look at the box score and see what things really look like. For the Dallas Mavericks, PJ Washington had 14 points, 1 assist, 8 rebounds. He was 0 of 3 from 3. Derrick Jones Jr. with 5 points, 1 steal, and 6 rebounds. He was 1 of 2 from 3. Daniel Gafford had 8 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. He was 3 of 3 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And Kyrie Irving had only 12 points. He had 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. He was 0 of 5 from 3 and 6 of 19 from the floor. And Luka Doncic had 30 points. He also had 4 turnovers, had 2 steals, 1 assist, 10 rebounds. He was 4 of 12 from 3, 2 of 5 from the free throw line, and 12 of 26 from the floor. Off the bench, we had Max. He gave us 2 points, 1 block, 1 assist. Tim Hardaway gave you 1 steal. Dwight Powell gave you 1 personal foul. Derrick Lively really struggled this game. Hopefully the young rookie can bounce back. He had an incredible playoff run up until tonight. He only had 2 points, had 2 turnovers with 5 personal fouls, 1 steal, 1 assist, 5 rebounds. He was 1 of 1 from the floor. Josh Green, 3 points, 3 rebounds. He was 1 of 1 from 3. Dante Exum in 5 minutes, I mean, he was a +7, I guess. He did have 1 turnover, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. And Jaden Hardy, the whole Hardy party, in 11 minutes gave you 13 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. He was 1 of 3 from 3 and 4 of 8 from the field. And a lot of this had to do with just how we made the adjustments in the second half. I truly believe that if that first quarter didn't look as bad as it did, because we lost by about 18 points, we had a 17-point deficit in the first quarter, so you can argue that things could look different if we just had the right adjustments, if we knew how to play the Boston Celtics. Because in the second and third quarter, we outscored them. I want to say we outscored them by 1 point in the third quarter and about by 2 or 3 points in the fourth quarter. Okay, cool. We learned how to make those adjustments in the second half, but we had that nasty deficit. It was just too late. There was also an incident in the third quarter where when we made that crazy run where we had 22 points for the quarter, they had 9. They called the timeout, and the moment we come out of the timeout, fouling Derrick Lively, Derrick Lively had 5 fouls by the end of the third quarter, and it was just crazy. I don't like blaming the refs. Y'all know, if they're egregious, I'm going to call them out. And I think at times they were just a little bit too involved, but at times I feel like they were just letting it play out. There's a few times that the Boston Celtics were playing very aggressive on defense, no calls for us. But the same can be true. There's a few times where we played very aggressively on offense, no offensive fouls, and I'm fine with that as well. But those travels on Derrick Lively and then Kyrie Irving back-to-back really killed the momentum, and that's when the Boston Celtics just ran away with it. They cut the deficit from 8 all the way down to about 20 to go into the fourth. No, I'm sorry. I think we were down by like 20 points going to the fourth quarter, but we were down by as much as 25. And at that point, it's like, there's no way we can cut this in one quarter. It's cool. We see what went wrong. We can make the adjustments for game 2. Shouldn't be a problem. But let's take a look at the Boston Celtics box score. Jason Tatum had 16 points, 1 block, 5 assists, and 11 rebounds. Al Horford had 10 points, 2 blocks, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. Drew Holiday had 12 points, 1 steal, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. Derek White had 15 points, 1 steal, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And Jaylen Brown had 22 points, 3 blocks, 3 steals, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds. Off the bench, Sam Hauser had 8 points, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds. O'Shea Brissett gave you 3 minutes of garbage time, didn't put up anything. Luke Cornett was also in garbage time, but he put up about 2 points, had 1 steal, 1 rebound. Kristaps Porzingis, oh, stinky pinky tingus pingus. His first game back after missing like 30 days of basketball. Decided to drop 20 points, 3 blocks, 6 rebounds while shooting 2 of 4 off the bench. Ridiculous. He alone was better than our entire bench. Peyton Pritchard didn't put up any points, but he had 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And Svi Mykhailiuk had 2 points in garbage time. But I think really the difference in this series on really what changed the tide. We can look at the first quarter being horrible. We can look at the adjustments that we tried to make in the second half that we were hoping was going to hold, but it didn't quite hold. I truly believe it was Kristaps Porzingis. I did not think after missing 30-plus games of basketball, you really haven't touched the floor. I thought, he's going to be in limited minutes. He's going to probably contribute here and there. But like I said earlier in the video, the switches, they kept switching Kristaps Porzingis to get a smaller defender and just shoot over him every time. And it felt like he just couldn't miss. I really thought this man did not miss a single shot because of the amount of shots that he did take, he was making them. But a lot of things went wrong. A lot of things went right. But let's look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. And in this game, the good thing I can see here is Luka Doncic being built for the moment. His first NBA Finals, he dropped 30 points, 10 rebounds. Could have got 10 assists if just 9 of those shots dropped because we know Luka will pass the ball. And you can argue that Luka was actually kind of passive in the first half. I think he finished the first half with like 14 or 16 points. And he was passing the ball. He was passing wide open looks, wide open shots to get another guy going. He was trying to get the team involved. Where eventually he realized, I got to take over. I got to do everything because no one's hitting their shots. Not even Kyrie. I love Kyrie. I really do. Not his best game, but I don't expect Kyrie to have a second bad game. But Luka Doncic was definitely the good in this game. He was trying to hold it together. 30 points, great. It wasn't enough, but what more can you ask from somebody when the rest of the team's shots just aren't falling? The bad, I'm going to give it to the rest of the Dallas Mavericks. Just the players not hitting their shots, the defense of just lapse of judgment, a lot of just standing around watching rebounds. We were getting out-rebounded like crazy in the first half. Grab a board. They're right there. They're free. That's all for you. Like, it was ridiculous. And if you can win the boards, if you win the battle of the boards, you can win the game. And unfortunately, we couldn't do that. We like I said, we picked it up. We fixed a lot of these problems in the second half, but I feel like the damage was done in the first half that it would take a miracle for us to make any real fix in the second half. But the ugly, man, I don't know. I'm going to have to give it to just the entire Dallas Mavericks. I know that it kind of contradicts what I just said. Luka was good. The rest of the players are bad. They're just ugly. Ugly performance. I'll say that. It was an ugly performance. The ugly goes to just game one. It wasn't our first game of the playoffs, which is a good thing, because 8 points in one quarter, that's hard to top. That's very hard to top. But all in all, it was a bad performance. We didn't come out with the right energy. In the beginning, it felt like we were keeping up, but the moment that the Boston Celtics just put the gas pedal on, we couldn't keep up, and things kind of got out of hand. We couldn't make the right adjustments. It was just an ugly performance all around. But I am still not worried. We always do better after a loss. The numbers prove our point. We will adjust. We will watch the film. We got a few days. Game 2 is Sunday. The guys got enough time to rest, recover, watch film, and adjust. I believe in Jason Kidd. I believe in Luka, and I believe in Kyrie. I don't think Kyrie will have another bad game. It's not in his nature to go on a cold streak like this. Good players have bad games, but Kyrie is an excellent player, and this will not happen again. I promise you that. I believe in this team, and you should too. But that's all I got for today's video. Thank you for making this far to the video. Consider checking out our Discord and Twitter in the comment section down below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing another giveaway of Dallas merch. The winner will be announced next month. Until next time, y'all take care and drink water. Peace.